super chats to do here. I don't want to ignore the audience for too much longer. This year, says Salah was asked about his contract, and he said, until now, this is the last City game I will play. So I've got hiccups. I will play for Liverpool. So I was just enjoying it. Interesting. He keeps talking publicly about his lack of contract offer, Sam. Is it starting to worry you that you might not offer him a new deal?
I think he genuinely wants to. Oh, sorry. You were talking to Sam, yeah?
What did you say, Sam or who, Sam?
Sam. I said, I'll call you Don.
Go ahead, Sam.
Okay, cool. Yeah, no, I think he genuinely wants to stay. I think he's speaking out. So it puts pressure on FSG to actually make a contract for him.
They won't do it.
We know FSG. Me and Hussam knows about FSG. We know they are still those guys that we cannot trust, and they have potential for us to bottle the league for us if they don't sign anybody in January. However, I'm hoping Salah stays. I know we have this conversation between him and Gerrard, but right now my mind is changing a little bit. But with the greatest Premier League player, if we win the Premier League, then it's too much for Salah. It's too much. But right now, FSG have to. Like, you saw the quality in what Trent did today. You saw the quality what Salah did today, and you saw the quality what Van Dijk did today. These are practically our pillars in this Liverpool team. So for this to even be going on for so long is a disgrace in itself. But I think Liverpool fans were tired, because we know what FSG are like. It's just like we're just tired of them.
Oh, I'm the American here who follows the Boston Red Sox. I can tell you for a fact they're not going to offer him a halfway decent contract. This is Jacoby Ellsbury going to the Yankees all over again. Like, Salah's out of there. He's not staying with Liverpool. Sorry.
Kel, can you just say Boston? Can you just say Boston again for me, please?
Boston Red Sox?
This is the way you said it. I just got
I'm from the West Coast, that's why I don't say it like Boston. Like
I just listen. I was just trying to hear it. I was like,
no, I'm not from anywhere near there. I did go though. Fenway Park, great place. Never in America, gotta go.
Boston is a crazy city. City needs Stephen Ireland, Richard Dunn, Elinho, and Benji. Listen, most of the City fans on this show run it back to those guys. Fun fact, Terry, I touched my balls more than Haaland touched the ball in this game. Wow. Thanks for letting us know about fondling yourself. City doesn't even look like winning a match. Never mind the league.
To City losing. Awkward.
Would be a historical bottle job if Liverpool don't win the league. No team has had a lead this large and not won the Premier League. No, I think Newcastle had 12 points, O'Malley. Don't let Liverpool fans get away from it. They are definitely favourites, 100%.
Literally, Arsenal and Newcastle bottled bigger leads. Where are we going with this?
Sorry, Hussam. The points gap says if you don't win it from here, it's a flop job. Arsenal had the same energy and flopped a 7-point lead, so it's no different.
You know, Ray, you literally proved my point. Liverpool fans in the chat, this is why we run the leopard and the tree movement, the leopard nation. Rise up in the chat. Everyone already knows why I'm doing this. They're just building us up to tear us down. I already know these games, bro.
Okay, Hussam, a $500 bet. I say Liverpool win the league. Which team are you getting behind?
Nottingham Forest. I think they've been unbelievable this season.
DJ here.
Proper Chelsea.
Proper Chelsea. Great show, Terry. Great day all round. Big up to the rest of you guys too. Just a quick question though. Can we now say we've played anyone with madness? Of course, DJ, you like that.
That's been
debunked now. They're beating big teams with injuries. So I don't want to hear any of this yap.
No, I agree.
Fan bases.
That's why they're favorites. Liverpool are going to win. Going to be the first team who's going to win the league without ever playing a single good team. If Arsenal were 11 points up after this win, we would talk our shit. Liverpool fans are cowards. City fans hate us because they used to be Arsenal fans, is what Kenny says.
You would talk your shit because it's Arteta's 5th season and we've spent 800 million. That's why.
Dio, Hussam, you need to talk. You need to back your team because you have world-class players and you have a good manager who's come from Feyenoord. So your excuse of Arteta's 5th year, this is Arteta's first job. You have an experienced manager who's won with Feyenoord, who's come to your team where you have Alisson in goal, Van Dijk in defense, the best defender in the world. You've got a solid midfield right now. You've got Mo Salah, who is one of the most, if not the best right winger in the world right now, as in performance stage level. Your defenders are great. Like, what are we talking about here? You can't, if you're going to weigh both of them, then you have to put context.
We had them for 4 years and then win a league title.
No, but that's my point is, if you gave Arteta the same squad that you gave to Arne Slot right now, Arteta had Kolasinac and Rob Holding.
I'm not saying this is Arne Slot phase one because his squad is a lot
it's not phases. It's not about phases. What I'm saying is Liverpool with 11 points ahead, world-class players, a manager that knows how to win, that has won before, should not be sitting here saying, should not be saying, oh, well, they're 11 ahead of City, but
experience. They've got experienced players who won the league. It's simple. And what's the most important thing in football?
Should not be sitting here saying,
what are we selling? What copium are we selling here? Like delusional.
But Hamza, where you're right on that is I see people turn around and this is what's interesting about these conversations about Slot's just arrived and what he's doing is embarrassing to this club. Hamza, please.
Ranieri won the league with Leicester.
Hamza, please. And I think what's interesting about it is this element of when people predict Arsenal to win the league, which I didn't do, by the way, I predicted Man City, is you get, no, they don't have the experience to win it. Then when you get a manager like Slot take over a team that's won Champions League, won league titles, it's, isn't it embarrassing if that team wins it before Arteta's team does? Hang on. The same people that are pushing that narrative, what phase is Slot in, imagine he wins it before Arteta, are the same people that would have said, yeah, but this Liverpool team's got winners in it. This Liverpool team's got experienced winners in it. By the way, Slot has won more than Arteta as a manager. The problem I have with these conversations is, I'm not suggesting anyone on this panel was doing it, is by and large, they are massively agenda-driven. But Hassan's also right. Some people that are building Liverpool up are just doing it so they can tear them down. I'm saying I think they're the clear favourites from this point. But is it impossible for them to not win the league from here? No. Is it impossible for Arsenal not to win it? No. Sorry, to win it. Is it impossible for Arsenal not to win it? Absolutely not. Could City turn this around, buy well in January, and go on a 15-game winning streak, and in that period, other teams slip up? All these things are doable. But what I find a lot of people do in this space now is a lot of what they say is to plant a seed and build a narrative so they can smash somebody. The ironic thing is they're kind of behaving like the mainstream media before them. And by the way, when they get things wrong, they never come out and say, oh, I got that well wrong. Even when it comes to Liverpool, people message me saying, oh, I tell you, you're so right about Liverpool this summer. I'm like, I weren't really. I said I thought they'd be in a title race. I never said they'd be this good. Like, just be honest about it and have an honest conversation.
Terry,
just for that agenda thing,
I'm saying Sam
this is a personal thing. Hamza, you heard me speak. Let me talk, we can't talk two at once.
No, but I didn't even say anything. I said one thing, Terry.
Hamza, I don't care. Wallahi, I don't care. Wallahi, I don't care. I'm just going to outshout you out of the microphone. Anyway, when it comes to this conversation, here's the thing that Terry needs to understand. I said in the summer that Arsenal will win the league. So I'm not doing anything agenda-driven. I already said Arsenal will win the league. Now, the whole you must and you mustn't conversations, this is just, to be honest with you, just weak banter. The truth of the matter is Hamza literally 3 days ago was on El Ahwa himself saying that Arteta is under most pressure. Now, this is not Slot phase one because he did walk into a team with four world-class players. The difference is, the problem is we only signed Federico Chiesa in the summer. Had we did sign Zubimendi and did sign Ait Nouri and a centre-back and blah, 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 I'd shake all of your hands right now and say there is pressure. Arsenal fans are upset at their transfer window, which was Calafiori, Merino, and Sterling. I signed Chiesa. He's not even better than Sterling.
This is the thing with this conversation, though. And I had a bit of a rant last night on the Arsenal stream talking about something similar when I said that Arsenal can rely on their set pieces as goals. That is not code unless you're a dullard for they don't need to sign a prolific striker. Saying there's pressure on Liverpool to win the league doesn't mean there isn't no pressure on Arsenal to try and win it still from this point. More than one thing.
They need to not drop any points the rest of the season.
Exactly. There is massive pressure still on Arsenal, even though there is big pressure on Liverpool. There is pressure on multiple teams. Sorry, Hamza. I'll come to you next. There is pressure on multiple teams at the same time. My problem is when it comes to so many of these conversations, and I want to push it out of the football terrace because it's become boring, is how we try to just put all the pressure on one team like nobody else is feeling it. It's just fucking bullshit.
Terry, no,
bullshit.
Terry, I'll give you an example. When Leicester were on top of the league by February, they weren't clear and won that league, and we congratulated them. They won the league.
Keyword by February.
Slot is not. Listen, Slot came to this league not being under pressure. Fact, but it's Liverpool Football Club with experienced players.
Yes. So there's pressure, right?
I know he wasn't under pressure, but I respect. You know how much I respect Van Dijk, one of the greatest defender in the Premier League.
Sorry, can I ask you a question, Hamza? Because I'm a bit confused. No, because I'm confused about where you're going. Are you saying there is or isn't pressure on Liverpool?
He was under pressure, but not as much as Arteta. Arteta had the most pressure.
Thank you. Okay, be honest then.
Arteta, if Slot wins the league, Arsenal fans will question Arteta.
What does that say about Klopp if Slot wins the league?
On his first season.
But Hamza, but I don't honestly, Hamza, I get where you're coming from, and there is an element of truth to that. The problem is, to the point I made that you just said I was wrong about, is you've just said there's pressure on Slot and there's pressure on Arteta. You think there's more on Arteta, which is fair. Some will say there's more on Slot, which is fair. But you're agreeing with me that there is pressure spread out amongst multiple managers and teams at the same time, right? So all I'm saying is, when it comes to these conversations...
No, one second. Let me finish this. As we go on further to the season, and they're ahead of the 11 points clear from Man City. We're not expected to win the league now. If we win the league, it's the greatest miracle in Premier League history. Like, how the hell did we do it?
Okay, Hamza, fine. And Hamza, you can believe that, and some people will agree with you in the comments. Yes. They're hang on a minute, just please let me finish talking. People are subjectively agreeing with you because some people think that there is more pressure on Arsenal than there is upon Liverpool, and it's okay to subjectively believe that. This is the problem with these conversations. It's not about saying you're wrong in relation to who is the most pressure on. What I am calling out is the disingenuous, intellectually dishonest opinions people push out to make it sound like all the pressure's on Slot and none on anybody else. There is pressure still on City. You're not the favourites to win the league now, but there is pressure on you to turn this.
Now?
Please let me finish. Again, I'm not. Listen, I just said to you, I'm not having a conversation about most pressure. I don't want that disingenuous bullshit. I'm saying that there is. We're talking about the way people frame things right now. I would say the most amount of pressure is on, in terms of winning the league, is on Liverpool. But it's marginal. There's a huge amount of pressure on Arsenal to try and catch them up. There's a huge amount of pressure on Pep and City to try and become competitive again and bring back some respect this season. There is a huge amount of pressure right now on Manchester United to continue this good start under Ruben, and between now and the end of the season, start to bridge that gap so that next year we're much closer. I'm just getting sick and tired of these conversations where we try and frame things. No, please, nothing. I'm getting sick and tired of these conversations where we try and frame it that all the pressure's on one team and it's okay for everybody else to do whatever they want. No one
here said all the pressure is on one team, though. I agree.
Hang on. I'm not talking about that. I ain't talking about anyone specifically on here. I'm saying in general, that's what my problem is with these conversations. It is framed in a way that's so disingenuous. It makes the conversation boring, in my opinion. It really does.
The way that you just answered the question, you said that Scott's under more pressure, which is not true.
You didn't listen to me. I said subjectively people can think whatever they want. I've got no problem with that. I think to win the league, the team that's 9 points clear, there is more pressure on them to go on and win it 13 games in than the team that's 9 points behind them. However, there is still a massive pressure, a ginormous amount of pressure on Arsenal not to fall behind further, to try and catch you up, to try and still win the league. Arsenal suddenly don't not have pressure because you guys have become the favourites. I just don't like how it's being framed. I think it's ridiculous. I think everybody still, for one reason or another, has got huge pressure on them to keep improving or to deliver or to win trophies. But it just keeps being framed like, no pressure on us. It's all on them. And I just feel like it's disingenuous conversations. I really do.
Sorry, Terry, can I say something?
I got to you because I've got to try and get through the rest of these super chats for the end, mate. But go on.
So I was just going to say, there is a lot of pressure on Arteta because from the fans, as an Arsenal fan, 5 years, you have to win. That pressure is from the fans to Arteta. But for Liverpool to sit here, so there's no pressure on world-class players who are now 9 points ahead, game week 13. There's no pressure on them to go on and win it. We're saying that the best team right now,
I hate world-class players. No.
I'm saying. So there's pressure on everybody, but the pressure.
Did I say that there is no pressure?
No, I didn't say you. I'm not saying you. I'm saying when Hamza spoke and Hamza said the pressure is on Arteta. There's no pressure on Slots, really. Like really, that's it. So addressing that to what he's saying, it doesn't. There's no balance there. You can't tell me that you have the likes of Van Dijk, Mo Salah, and there's no pressure on Mo Salah, who's 9 points ahead. What do you think it will look like if Arsenal catches you up 9 points ahead and goes on to win the league with 4 points against a team like what would you say?
That's what I said.
No, because you say we don't have world class players, we don't have a world class manager. He's his first job. He's not won anything. He's a bottle job. He's a this. He's a that. Okay, fine. If that is all the statement that has been tagged onto, not you. I'm saying the general consensus, not you. Hassan.
Yeah, but it's me making the argument, innit? I don't care about the general consensus.
So I'm just saying. To be fair,
yeah.
Here's the thing: if we go on to win, just take it that then you guys literally just like we bottled it to City, you bottled it to us. But you cannot say there's no pressure on you to not go on and win right now.
It's the flip flopping that's crazy. Jonathan here says City have no pressure, Terry.
Yeah,
do you know?
No, we don't. But we
no,
do.
relax.
Do you want to know why I think that? Do you know why I want to say that's objectively wrong? I know you're under pressure. Your manager dug chunks out of his face the other night. That's how much pressure.
Pep is in Fight Club. Let's establish that. He's in Fight Club.
I think that shows what the pressure looks like.
He's in Fight Club.